Alright, we live, man. Hey, low key though, this is not even like a good day for me. Like this like been a bad day, and it's like I'm kind of blue that we even got to record today because of all the shit that been going on for
Damn,
real.
what happened?
Like she really like locked in with that nigga, G.
Oh, you sad too?
That shit is crazy, bro.
I'm
that
cool
shit
with
is
the what.
crazy.
I don't like
shit.
the who.
Like she really thinks she finna have that nigga baby, G.
She is.
She really is.
She's like 6 months.
she
She
really
definitely
is.
having that nigga baby. Yeah.
The goat, G. The goat.
Nah,
to what?
hey. Nah, ASAP.
What's the baby goat called?
ASAP Rob, bro.
What's the baby goat called?
He cold, bro.
I like ASAP, but
Yes, but he's a colorist.
I was not expecting her to pick ASAP over me.
And he friends
But
with rapists.
I do feel like, Cam
I'm
go
just
hard. Cam go hard on ASAP. But let's get started. Actually, there's one more thing though. That really confirmed, like the fact that Fool got her pregnant really confirmed the shit I've been thinking the whole time. Like she really let that nigga hit.
He been
I
nailing.
wasn't thinking I'm thinking like this is just
like they're just
for
kicking
Like,
besties.
she really-
No, he's nailing for sure.
Deeper than that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. But at the end of the day, they are a talented black couple
absolutely.
starting a new black talented family. And those two successful people who are able to maintain this relationship. And that's kind of what we get into today. We got like Common and Tiffany Haddish just broke up because Common came out and said it's because they was too busy because Tiffany Haddish got a comedy going on.
Yep.
Common is doing whatever the fuck he does, who knows. And
Whoa,
they couldn't, sustain their relationship because of they go. So that's what we talking about today, man. Welcome to Terry Rosen Podcast. We got a guest on the show, man. We got a guest. This is the first guest that Cam doesn't actually already know.
Yeah,
Which
guys.
is crazy.
Normally I know everybody, but I
Yeah.
don't know this gentleman here.
What's going on, man? Introduce yourself, my boy.
Yeah, no doubt. What's good, everybody? My name is Frankie Fabre. I'm a CEO of Fabre Media. It's a branding and media development agency out here. I'm also a spoken word artist and director. And I'm elated to be on the show, bro. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. So you got We Are the Brand podcast, as y'all can see on the screen.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention that. Also, I have my own podcast.
Yeah.
It's going crazy. We started in November. We're already hitting like 50,000 reach already. We've had some dope people on there. We've had Sticks on there. We've had Emmy Award winning filmmakers, CEOs.
Crazy.
So it's dope, man.
Crazy. That's dope, man. So shout out to We Are the Brand podcast. So y'all just seen it run across the screen. Make sure y'all follow that on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow Frankie on Instagram and all that. All right.
Facts.
And of course we got Cam here. The show is brought to you by
Killer Cocktails, as always. Same old. Y'all already know the vibes. Slide in my DMs if you want to purchase. Events and bartending is on pause right now. I'm currently back in school and then the podcast. So that takes up most of my time. But I'm on the pull up, the meet up, the link up, whatever.
Killer Cox around the clock.
Killer Cox around the clock, y'all. They've been waiting on me to say it out my own mouth. So there y'all go.
We also waiting on you to sing because you told us you was going to
We'll save that for 2023.
Damn.
You said 2021.
But then y'all let Christmas pass, and it was just like, okay,
we let Christmas pass.
yeah.
We supposed to
Right.
receive that as a present then.
Right. I told y'all that was y'all gift,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Right.
So now y'all got to wait till the next Christmas. Like,
That's fucked up.
So getting into this though, like balancing, love and success, love and relationships, love and career, purpose, all of these things. My first question to y'all is like, as a guy, on one hand, I kind of feel like a man should wait until he's already established and like really finds himself, really knows himself, especially career wise, before he even gets into a serious relationship. What do y'all think about that?
I don't really agree with that. I do think when it comes to mindset and like knowing yourself and actually being ready to be in a relationship, I definitely think that that's something that both genders should wait for. But I'm not really one of them people that feels like, oh, you have to be completely financially stable or like you got to have all your shit together before. No, because love is elevating. Like love is, when it's the right kind of love, like that shit can motivate you
It can
to
distract the shit
move.
out
It
of
can
you, too,
distract
though.
the fuck out of you too. That's what I mean when I say the right type. Like y'all can elevate each other. So that's really all it comes down to. Like, are you with the right person? Because I mean, I've been on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been the distracted and I've been the distractee.
Damn, Cam.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done been one of, but like being
Cam out here throwing niggas
distracted.
out their square. That's crazy.
But it wasn't even me though. It was just the fact that he didn't internally have his shit together.
Facts.
Cause like I'll never send anybody way like what you really want to do, where you want to go, what like none of that. But he just didn't. He just wasn't right within himself. So he was letting me, and this is when I was like heavy in my singing career too.
Right.
So he was kind of jealous a little bit. But then I've been the distracted, whereas I'm so worried about what that nigga doing, like I can barely focus. But it was a toxic relationship,
Right.
so I wasn't secure in that relationship.
Okay.
So of course I'm like, what you doing? Where you at? Like what? But so I couldn't
Y'all just
even.
wasn't right at
Yeah,
the
it just
time,
wasn't
yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
being in a relationship where you have a partner that's like, hey, you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, we can build together. I just feel like, how can that not work?
Frankie, where you at with it? You young, you
Man,
you got the podcast, you got the media company. What's up? Bro?
right. So I think it's slightly subjective. There's success on both sides, but as a man, and as a grown man who's been in relationships, you know, in and out, and have had experiences in terms of that question, I personally think that a man, I personally think that a man should be at a particular place within himself, in all aspects, spiritually, emotionally, even your body, physically, as well as financially. Because at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck, right? A woman wants security and not just emotional security.
Right.
And that also comes with financial security. And us as men, we determine our value by the things that we do, not how women determine their value.
Right.
And so there's a clear distinctive difference between the two genders in terms of how they identify themselves even in a relationship, right? I mean, you go back thousands of years and, you know, men were the protectors, the providers, right? Women, when women got pregnant, who was protecting them from all of the things and dangers from outside? The men were, right? The men went to go do those things. And the woman would take care of certain things that they could, that they're great at, right? And obviously, you know, now as time has progressed, we have a different type of woman and a different type of man, especially
Gender roles
in the Western.
don't really exist anymore.
Right, to a degree, but
My house they do. But go ahead.
but it doesn't mean but it doesn't mean it isn't inherently like
Right.
in us already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like psychologically, I think that that's the biggest battle when it comes to this. So like for me personally, I know for myself, I want to take care of the woman that I'm with.
Right.
Just by default. It ain't even something I got to think about. That's what I know. That's who I am. So that's what I do.
As it should be.
And in order for that to even happen, as you mentioned, which I agree with you, is you need to have some type of foothold in some place and in some space to where you're growing and developing as a man, because it's those experiences that also grow that man's mental and how he thinks and perceives life to be.
Absolutely.
And then everything else is going to make sense.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it goes deeper than that. But
I mean,
I don't want.
that. We ain't got number time, bro.
Facts.
Well, I mean, I would like to add this part to it because certain women don't understand that perspective.
Right.
And like for me, I'm a busy person. I mean, I'm working like 80 plus hours a week,
Facts.
right? And so that doesn't necessarily or logistically give me the time I need or the time that she may need or desire for us to have the ideal relationship, right?
Right.
So for example, it's like, all right, bet. I'm working 13, 14-hour days, 16-hour days, and in between time, it's like, okay, I got 2 hours here. So my link up, my time with you has to be
literally
really
a window,
scheduled,
yeah.
right?
No
It's like,
cuddling, shorty.
right?
Ain't no cuddling.
It's it depends what we're doing.
We can cuddle
but-
for 2 hours. Nigga. Block that shit out.
I mean, you know,
Want to cuddle?
we'll see, but you know, like when it comes to it, it's finding a woman who can still be secure within herself
Facts.
and still deal with a
Security.
man like that.
Yes.
It's hard to come by.
Super.
You feel me? Because in life, you're always exchanging something. You can't have all of everything. So there's going to be a lot of this or a lot of that, but there's going to be a less of something.
Right.
And it's just finding that particular woman who's conducive for the lifestyle that you live in. And for me, that's always been the issue because,
That's what it's about.
you know, and it's about communicating that, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes some women, I've had women where it's like they think they about that life.
And then they fuck around and find out.
I
They
think
ain't
that's
about that
every-
life.
I think
You
that's
not
every woman.
about that life.
When you meet and you tell her what you got going on, it's just like, oh, that's cool, that's dope. I
Facts.
respect your mind. I respect, you know, your time. I respect this and that. I like that you chasing this. But then it's like once you get 6-7 weeks in,
They get too comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and now it's like I'm expecting you to like, and now you don't have no time, and it's
Exactly,
just
dude.
like,
And then I explain
Nigga,
myself,
like-
and you explain yourself, and this is what they hit you with. You make time for the things you want. Like,
it's just-
man, come
yeah,
on,
there
G.
you go, there you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
it just don't make
Yeah.
no sense.
for me again, it's not that for me. I feel like you have to be all the way, like mission complete. You rich already. I just think you have to have a clear path of
yes,
what you want
with
and where
or
you're
without
going
this person
before
too.
the relationship.
Right.
Once you start chasing it and it's clear what you want, I think it might be safe.
It's
to be in a
safe, right?
relationship.
It's safe
but if
now.
you're not sure what you even want yet and how you want to go about getting it, the last thing you need to do
And
is
I
fall
feel
in
like
love.
that was my situation. Like, cause I
Definitely.
wanted to sing. Like, I knew for sure that that's what I wanted to do. Like, he was back and forth between what he wanted to do, and he couldn't really, like, accept the fact that, like, I'm in the studio from 9 to 5. Some days I gotta perform. If I'm performing, I'm probably out till 2. I'm in a section with these famous niggas. Like, and he just didn't know what he wanted. So
Right.
it, like,
He didn't know what
it
he wanted in
reflected
terms of what.
in his life, what he
Okay.
wanted to do as a career, so it reflected a lot on our relationship in terms
Yeah.
of jealousy, just petty shit. Like,
Well, I mean, the jealousy part probably would come from the fact that you're in the club with a bunch of famous
no, I
niggas.
think
mean,
that, but even before that, like, so before I even got to that point,
I dated a bottle girl,
and I
feel
was
him.
singing.
you feel me?
I
Like,
wasn't a bottle girl. Jesus, I was trying to get
I'm saying,
features.
I don't know, no respect, but I don't date industry shorties.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. But like, it was just like, I was trying my hardest to like keep him involved. Like, you want to come to a show? Like, you could be in the fucking section with these famous niggas too. Like, it ain't like I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, like, nah, like,
He ain't trying
And
to
I'm
be
just
the
like,
boyfriend.
damn, you
Right.
ain't really.
I ain't trying to be the
the third
boyfriend.
wheel,
So the way that I broke
Nah.
up with him was like, I really truly feel like I'm holding you back. So like, I hope that you go and find.
You gave him this.
Yourself.
Not you, it's me. That's what you hit him with.
It was
Cam?
definitely him. No, it's definitely you. It's not me. Like,
not
it's
me, it's
you
you.
for sure. I'm
Yeah.
standing in your way, obviously. So
So we look at love as like this positive thing, just in general. Most people do. They look at love as like this positive thing, this romantic, happy
hard.
ending.
Love is
this,
hard.
It's almost mythical in a sense. And I
love
think
is
that,
tough.
and what we talking about today, love can be a negative thing. Like love isn't just this thing that's always positive. It's like a spectrum, right?
Yes.
And I think that love can be like a big distraction, one of the biggest distractions in life. So like, how do we not let love be a distraction?
Like you said, finding somebody that's on the same accord. I feel like that's the only
So
only
it has
option.
to be
Somebody
like
that
the right person. So it
yes.
can't be like you create some type of system
No.
that could work with
No.
any person.
No, because like before I got in a relationship, I was dating a guy early last year. He had everything. She's checking all my boxes. Like
Every box. This not the dude with the.
every box. No.
Okay.
Every box. And
We ain't gonna
he
talk about that
just
again.
doesn't have time. Like he
Right.
doesn't have the time to not just be in a relationship. He doesn't even have the time to like manicure like a situation to become a relationship. Like he doesn't
Right.
have time for anything.
Right.
So I was just like, like it's not all about money or it's not all about like I need time. And that's where the differentiation between the two genders come, because as a man, you feel like I got to go out here and get this if I'm going to take care of you. Most women want time. So it's like you got to find
Right.
the piece to your puzzle, and that's it.
In terms of love, I think it's important to distinguish like the ideology of love, right? Because love oftentimes gets diluted with people's perspective of what TV shows it to be, right?
Right.
Social
Like
media,
what movies, social
God.
media, right?
Yeah.
And it's all cap, right?
It's disgusting.
And I think that's the negative part to it, right?
Right.
Is the way that it's being presented, right? So for me, love is two things. It's an action, right?
Yeah.
And it's a feeling, right? Because some days I may not feel like I love you,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I choose to love
I choose
you.
to be here, yes.
Right. And
yes,
so
by all means.
love comes with choices. And as you mentioned, the distraction part, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're distracted by love, that's on you.
On you.
You feel me? Like you have to be able to.
'Cause how?
Right. Exactly. Because
Like how?
love shouldn't be a negative.
If-
Love shouldn't be a
if this is
deterrent.
supposed to be a good thing,
Right.
I shouldn't feel a negative impact from it. Like I shouldn't feel like, damn, I
feel
can't
like
go do
love
this, I
come with
can't do
negativity,
that.
though.
Because there's definitely a negative part, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's negative. I just think that people just portray it to be such a positive thing, so nobody thinks that anything bad comes with it, and that's not true.
Well, the bad part is the challenges, because what
Challenge is
love create.
hard.
Here's the thing that I've learned about being in relationships, right? When you're in a relationship with somebody else, they are a mirror to you.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm sure we all got trauma that we've been dealing with in our own life, how we've grown up, how we were taught to love, how we were mismanaged and not loved properly.
Exactly, yep.
And so here we are dealing with those insecurities and drama and traumas that we're dealing with going into relationship to relationship. And what tends to happen is when we're with that individual who's in that relationship, they're a mirror into ourselves.
Right.
And so we see things within ourselves and we respond in certain ways based upon what we're dealing with that
Yes.
that
Yes.
person, and that can turn into the negative. The negative
Yes.
is how you respond.
Yes.
Right. Not the love itself, right? Because me being distracted by love is a response to that love, not the love itself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
I can see that.
Get
I can
deep,
see that.
get
I think that.
You
I
said
think that
spoken
like.
word, right? Look.
I think one of the biggest problems. I feel that 1,000%. I think one of the
Yes.
biggest problems is that we associate happiness with love instead of associating happiness with peace. I think love by itself, you can be in love and be unhappy.
Absolutely.
Like happiness and love to me are sold separately.
Sometimes it's
You know what
not
I'm saying?
controllable.
You can have
like,
both,
when
but
they
you
say
can
like you
have
can't help who you
love and not
love.
be happy.
I feel
So
you.
it's like,
That
I
should
feel
be
like we should
real.
associate happiness. We should disassociate happiness with love and associate happiness with peace.
Yes, because being
Or love
peaceful,
and infatuation.
Okay.
ooh.
Because that's what it
Or
is.
lust,
Like I might
infatuation,
exactly.
like,
I think like that's
it's
the
not
talk.
always what people think it is, and like the guy that I was dating, no time, we barely kicked. This nigga told me he loved me, and I was just like,
How?
you don't know me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you could pick and choose these little aspects that you've seen from me
Right.
the few times that we've got to hang out, but it's just like I haven't shown you any real side of me because we haven't made it to that level.
He loves what he
So I was
sees.
just, you love what you see.
Right.
You love what
Right.
you see, and you love the front end of things because, I mean, this is, I won't say like I'm not being myself when I first start out, but you know, as time goes on, like little parts of you start coming out that
Right.
you wasn't showing that person in the beginning. They can either accept it or they don't have to. So it's like, nigga, what do you love?
Well, I mean, if we,
Who do you
if we
love?
keep it a whole thou wow for real, men, what they see is what they fall in
Yeah,
love with.
yeah.
That for
Yeah.
men, that's initial. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, shorty bad,
Yeah.
so I think I might love her.
It's like, nigga, I want you to love me for me, but like you won't take the time to get to know me. So it's just like,
It's not your booty,
So
it's
I
your
told-
beauty. Nah,
So I told him, like, you don't ever have to tell me that again. And that's what I told him.
Damn, that's strong.
yeah, that you broke my heart saying that.
You don't ever have to tell me that again. Like,
That's strong.
I was like, that's weird.
I mean, he could have seen qualities in you that he's seen in somebody that he once loved and felt like.
Maybe so. I really
People's
wanted an
minds are just
explanation,
different.
but at that
That's
point, I
facts.
was just like, I'm over it. Like, if we can't hang out, I want a chance to love you back. Like,
Right,
and
right.
we don't love off of, we be like, oh, that nigga fantasy. But what's up here? And he's
Right.
very smart. He's fucking
Right.
wealthy. But it's not all about all of that. Like, if I can't have the time to sit down and get to know you, like, hey,
But it's part of that.
there's nothing I can do.
Facts,
But
facts.
it's part of
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Let me get to some of the listeners. So the listeners have some questions for us, and I'm gonna run down those real quick. First question: are you willing to cut off a significant other if they're not supporting your business
Yes.
ventures?
Yes. By all
Yes.
means, yes.
Okay, I say
For
no.
sure.
Under what conditions though? Like so the question is, are you willing to cut off a significant other if they don't support your business?
Yeah,
What's the support?
Any
don't know.
kind.
I-
Any kind.
Any kind or all kind?
Now, I wouldn't necessarily say all because the way starting a business, like with my business, the way that I've learned is like not everybody, my business is not for everybody.
Right.
So everybody may not be able to indulge in what I'm offering.
Right.
It's understandable. You can repost, you can retweet a tweet, you can
put you in
The
the,
ba-
put
right
me
basics.
in somebody else. Yeah,
Yeah,
simple
yeah,
as
sure,
that.
for sure.
Yes. You know what I'm
refer
saying?
you.
You refer me to somebody, like get somebody my page, like you do anything.
I feel like a man who's in a relationship with a woman who has a business, that's like a normal thing,
And
isn't
it's
it?
not normal
Yeah.
for all.
Like,
it's
you-
so
you-
crazy.
you wanna
will
put your
be
woman out
like,
there, like, yo,
and
my
that's
shorty
not the
does
same.
this.
That's not that. A lot of niggas is not like that.
Right. Shut it live, man. Shut it live. We live right now. Shut it live.
So if you can't even, repost or something, I feel like do you give a fuck about like what I'm doing or like what I got going on?
But what if they don't really rock with social media like
If
that?
then if we talking like small print, different stipulations, then cool.
Right.
Like if my nigga never upload, I don't expect you to just get on there just to upload me.
Right.
Like
But
he
he still should be somewhere talking about your business.
definitely
Right,
should.
right.
Word of mouth, I'm fine with that. That's the biggest best advertisement ever.
100.
But it's just like an aspect of like you be on here all the time. You could post this bad bitch that you see look cute. You post her like, damn, you can post my business, nigga.
Right.
Like, if you really my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like personally, G, and it's just me, I don't care. Like, I've dated people who we don't follow each other on social media. You don't share my like I don't care at all. Like, I'm not like it don't matter to me at all.
Yeah, because I mean, it could feel a little like monotonous, like in terms of, I would say me personally, I don't really care either, but I think like there's certain things that I would care about, right? So like, I wouldn't expect, her to be like putting my stuff out there like every day or every other day.
My man don't post my business.
Right.
Like, he don't.
I
But
tell chicks that I date, you can't even watch this podcast. This shit would be
I wouldn't
over.
watch it either if I was dating your ass. But in terms of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But in other aspects, like, he does. Like, I dropped the recipe book. He bought 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was an ebook. Like, you didn't have to buy 5. Like,
Right.
You could have.
It's digital
You know
once.
what I'm saying? So it's just like, he bought 5. Like, I'm back in school. I'm in school for aesthetics. Like, I won a little competition in school last week. He posted that. Like, just little small stuff that he do, but it's like, I'm not asking him like blast killer cocktails. Like, but some form of support where I feel like you see me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can be like, oh shit, I see
So
you
he
and
could-
I want to broadcast.
He can support you on a personal level that's not
Even
necessarily connected to the
personal.
business. Just saying that he's
Absolutely.
proud of you, just like
Yeah.
you succeeded at this, or he take you out for a drink, or he take you out for a night to
You don't even got to
celebrate
take
your
me out for no
successes.
drink, baby. You want to come over? I make drinks.
But he's not necessarily supporting, because this question I think was specific to supporting the business ventures itself. So I think you're saying like if he supports you on a personal level, it really don't even matter as much as if he's supporting the business.
to a certain
directly.
extent, that was kind of him supporting my business.
Right.
Like, he don't drink mixed drinks. He not gonna, you know what I'm saying, but he'll buy some, get to his friends.
Nice.
Or you know what I'm saying? He
Facts,
bought my
facts.
book. That's part of my business. Like,
Yeah.
it's circumstantial.
Right.
All right. Somebody asked, is it really possible to balance your career and love? And well, I guess we
Absolutely.
kind of answered that. Just
When
with
it's
the right
on the
person.
same accord, definitely.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
As long as
Hey, sexy.
as long as change, because what I've learned, especially in relationships, is the inevitable is we all change, right? We're all growing. It's
Ever-growing,
a
yes.
forever growing metamorphosis.
Yes.
Right.
And so what happens is it's like they're like, yo, you're not the same person that I once knew. I'm not supposed to be the same person
I
that you once
am.
knew, right?
That's a bad thing.
Right. But that change creates fear. And sometimes it's because them themselves aren't
Because
going
the
through
first
that
person
growth.
a person attaches to change is you not changing for yourself. You about to change up on me.
Right.
Because the insecurities within myself. Because if you're
Exactly.
growing and changing and I'm not secure within myself, I feel like you're going to grow past me. But see, if I'm secure within myself, we're going to grow together.
Right.
And I don't have any insecurities about you changing. I'm changing too.
Right. And that boils down to communication, right? Because the biggest distance between two people is communication.
Yes.
And a lot of times people don't know how to communicate first and foremost because they don't know how to articulate their feelings at that. You feel me? So,
Yeah, that's a big one.
a lot of times like that communication ain't had. So of course it's not going to work.
And
Absolutely.
prime example is like I wasn't good at communicating at first. I was single so long, I just
can see
didn't have
that.
to. I didn't have to talk to nobody.
see
So it was
that.
just like, nigga, I don't gotta tell you how I feel. So now being in a relationship, it's like, oh shit. So now, and my nigga been on me so long. So like now when I talk and I get outspoken and I say a lot, and he be like, damn, like he be kind of taken aback a little bit. But I be like, that's one of the ways that I've changed. Like I can communicate my feelings better. Like you not expecting this of me because you're not used to it. But like that's a change that you're gonna have to like latch on to. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important because some
Changing
women
relationship is
don't
like
talk.
one of the
it's
that's
hard.
a show in itself.
It's hard to like,
You know?
you know what I'm saying? Because it could be a bad change or a good change. Like
Yeah,
sometimes
and
you do.
I
grow
think
out
what
of
people
somebody.
run into is the fact that like once you know somebody, you kind of know what to do to get
And
a
if that
certain result,
changes,
a certain reaction.
That's
and
like I gotta
then
start over.
If it changes, like what I know isn't
That's
enough
not what
to
you
get
know
the
no
result
more.
I want.
You got to
that
figure
fucks
something else
people
out.
up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That
it makes
really
people
fucks
lazy
up.
because, like, I don't want to do that. Like, we've been
Right.
working this hard to get here already. I got to work hard some more. Like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
And a lot
Yeah.
of people give
Yeah.
up.
But
like,
that's how you keep
Absolutely.
a relationship going. You keep it
yes,
fresh.
It's work.
Right.
Let's
It's
get
work.
to the real shit though.
Oh, shit.
This question is the question. Is it acceptable to prioritize your purpose or dream over your relationship?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What'd you say?
Yes.
A straight answer without context, yes.
Give me some
Yes.
context.
Okay. So me as an individual and as a man, I'm already in pursuit of what I'm doing,
Facts.
right? And so I think there's the context is I'm already in this position and I'm already moving and I've already built something,
With or without you.
right? But well, at this point, without her,
Yeah.
So if she comes into the picture now, it's not like you came into something and then we're starting.
Yes.
I've already
exactly.
been doing this, so this is established.
So
this is foundation,
like,
exactly.
you
Right.
gotta,
So the understanding of what this is has to be considered thoroughly, versus being in a relationship with somebody and maybe you aren't in that particular space or in that
Right.
speed right now, and then it begins. I think that for that it's a little different because maybe that person that you're with
motivated you.
right, or that person you're with, both sides, either they're motivating you, they're going with you, or they are that distraction where it's like, yo, I'm at a particular place in my life and I realize that I've been living a certain way so long for so long. And in reality, that's not the person who I want to be or become or am. And you aren't going to allow that growth to happen. So therefore, I need to let you go because you don't want to see me become the best version of myself. So therefore, I can't be a part of what you got going on because it ain't the move. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it depends on where you're at when that relationship begins.
Absolutely. So for me, I personally feel like I just sent you the video of Skip Bayless from ESPN. You know who Skip Bayless is, right? ESPN.
I don't be watching.
I mean, not ESPN. Fox. Skip Bayless on Fox, right? With Shannon Sharp. Anyway, Skip Bayless was saying that he's been in the sports media space since the 70s. He's covered Michael Jordan, right, throughout the whole 80s and 90s, whatever. He was saying that he doesn't have kids. He's 70 years old. He's past 70 years old. He doesn't have kids because he decided a long time ago that he wouldn't be a good father because he's so focused on his life. And he said he was with a woman. He told her up front. Later on, she wanted kids. They got divorced. He got with another woman. She agreed. She told her up front, and he was now he's in the career. Same thing. They lived a while together, and they ended up getting divorced. And he says about, I think, 10 years ago, maybe, in his 60s, he meets a woman who's okay with it. I mean, y'all 60, I have no kids at this point. So, but he was just basically saying that not only did he not want to have kids, that all of these women, he told them, you're always going to come second to what I do. You will never be
the priority.
The priority. You will always be number two. And he was like, his wife now would say, like, I'm 1A. I'm not 2. But you know what I'm saying? But he kept it 100 and told all of them that. And a lot of people killed them for it. I personally feel like as a man, you should never, ever, ever put a woman before your purpose.
I feel like as a person, you shouldn't put anybody before your purpose.
Cool.
Like,
but I know where you're going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that your woman will respect you less if you put her first.
Yeah.
And the reason I think women think they want to be put first
psychologically.
But I think that, for example, we could go big example like your career is calling you to move out of state and she can't move out of state and you say, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna stay here with you. First of all, that's gonna build resentment for her. When shit's not going your way, you're going to look to her because she's the reason why shit,
bitch, if I would have went out of town and took that job.
Exactly. Like, really, if the relationship go bad or the career go bad, you're going to resent her. So, but we could go small example, right? Let's say with the ESPN example. The biggest show on ESPN is First Take. That's the morning show. Stephen A. got that. And then you got Sports Center. You got the host of Sports Center. Let's take a guy like Bomani Jones, who's on like a 4 o'clock, 30-minute ESPN show. Mm-hmm. Nobody who works at ESPN wants to be.
You funny as fuck.
You get what I'm saying? Like your drink.
Like nigga, so you should have time for your bitch. Like
no. I'm not saying that because this is what I'm saying. If you are Bomani Jones' son, cousin, wife, whatever, maybe not wife, but you're gonna look at him and say, man, my boy Bomani's so cold because he on ESPN. But Bomani wants Stephen A's position.
Facts. He want to climb the ladder.
He has a mission to still work towards, and his wife might know that. So let's say his wife know that, right? So example, it's Saturday night. They haven't been out in a month. He got work to do for Monday's show that he got to get done because he's chasing what he's chasing. She know what he's chasing, and she complaining, you know what I'm saying, giving them a hard time because they haven't been out in a month. So he decided, you know what, I'm not going to do the work. I'm just going to go out, right? So now they out. He's not fully present because he's thinking about the work that he didn't do. Yeah. He's checking his phone. He's looking at emails, whatever. and she's not having a good time, and she's losing respect for him because he's all over the place. He got his wires crossed, right?
See.
So I think that as a man, when we talk about women being submissive, when we talk about women following our lead, we
That's
got
a
to
part
lead
of it.
our life in the right way,
And
in
you
the right
gotta
direction
follow.
for them
Yeah,
to be able to
yeah.
trust us. And I'm not talking about trust in the sense of cheating, but trust in the sense of trusting you with my life. Like, trust, you got to see me pointing my shit in the right direction to trust that I'm going to point the relationship in the right direction for you to even be submissive.
Yeah,
in the
because where
first
we
place.
going?
Facts.
Like,
But then even on the level of, let's say they don't go out. Let's say she come in the room while he working with some lingerie on, and they go in the
See?
other room and fuck all night. He fall asleep, and then he wake up the next morning scrambling about what he didn't do
And
last
see,
night.
and-
And she looking like this weak ass.
And the
nigga.
crazy
Like,
part about
you
that
know what
type of
I'm
shit
saying? Like,
is like a woman who like really for you and like understands
Yeah.
the magnitude of your work and understands the things that you have to do and understands she wouldn't even do no shit like that.
I
Like
think
if I
women would.
know
Women
my
always
nigga,
try to, like,
I
try
wouldn't
me
do
in.
no shit like that. Like if I know my nigga in the room doing this and he working and this got to be done, I'm not coming in there with my ass out because I already know what this gonna lead to.
Yeah.
You ain't
But
doing no work tonight. Like
I think, and I hear that, Cam, but I think for most women, that's cool on a one weekend. But when it's like, this is life,
Right.
that's when
the
I'm like,
point in
hey,
finding your
I got
partner.
needs
could do
too.
it,
You know what I'm
but,
saying?
Like,
But I think when you break the mold of what you're trying to do and put your girl first, in the long term, she's losing respect.
Right.
Even if for that moment you satisfy her in that moment, in the long term, she's gonna look like this dude got his wires crossed. You know
Right,
what I'm
and you have to understand one thing as well, because I think a lot of times, especially when women hear these perspectives that men have, they see themselves as the exception, and that's fine. But the exception doesn't make the rule; the majority makes the rule. And so maybe you're the exception, right?
right, of course.
But
of
you know,
course,
but
yeah.
9 times out of 10,
Yeah, for sure. There's like a bigger percentage of women than women like me,
Right.
that will come in there with that lingerie on,
Right.
Like, yeah, but
or not be able to live to that
accept-
lifestyle,
yeah.
right?
I say yes personally, simply because like I just feel like nobody should get in the way of what you got going on. I just feel like if you really got something that you're doing and like you on a straight and narrow, it's like I'm gonna do this with or without you. So like you can't come and just infiltrate and think like I'm gonna put you ahead of all of this. Plus it's like even for a person to be in a good space mentally and be happy, how am I not doing what make me happy? Like how am I putting you first? You could walk out the door tomorrow and now I'm like, what the fuck?
I
Like
think
no.
most people do exactly that though. Most people kind of how their happiness rely on the person that they with.
No, you
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
have
Like,
your
that's the
own
norm.
happiness and you gotta come add to my happiness. Like
Well, it's about complimenting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like as you mentioned, if I'm happy as a man within myself, and that comes, a lot of men's happiness comes with us doing that, us having these accomplishments, us having
Yeah,
the successes,
yeah.
us having those things, and it's not to negate or to push away being psychologically, in a good space or being emotionally intelligent. Like those things, I feel like us as men, we got to become better at. You feel me? But at the same time, it doesn't help that in most cases, when men express themselves or are emotionally open like that, they're being nailed to the cross for it. You feel me? So like I'd rather just be quiet. And at the same time, it's like maybe you as a woman, you feel you want that man to be emotionally open, but in reality, that's just how you are. But as a man, that's not how it's done. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
I saw a post. What he just said. I saw a post, and it was talking about. You remember when Tyrese was crying about his daughter and the
congratulations.
Yeah, my baby.
Yeah.
When Will Smith was crying across the table with Jada.
Mm-hmm.
When basically a lot of situations was when niggas was crying. And the world looked
got
at them as
demonized.
goofy.
Yeah.
The world looked at
Right.
them as,
Yeah.
and so it'd be
Because
crazy.
they were openly emotional.
Because
Right.
I used to have to tell chicks like, why you don't never open up to me, or why you don't never, and I used to have to tell motherfuckers like, what is that gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That'd be my thing. You ain't gonna solve this problem.
yeah,
so.
and not even solve it though. Like,
What are you gonna do
will
with
you
this
even
information?
understand it? Will you even?
When
will
I-
you even-
exactly,
Will
that
you even?
too,
Will you
yeah.
even? I don't want to tell you how depressed I am. Then we get into an argument and you
Yo,
say some shit
depressed
to me
ass.
like, and you say some shit to me like, it's just a depression. You just fucked up in the head. You
Ooh.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
it's a wrap.
and I feel like that's what
Oh,
we
that's
be.
terrible.
I feel like on the female side, when we open up and we emotionally break down, like, it's some that'll look at it like, I need to help him or he need help. Then there's some that'll use it against you when you fucked up, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of
why you
like
can't open
so.
up
It's
to
kind of like
everybody.
it's like I see why niggas don't open up to people
Yeah.
because
Facts.
it's
For the record, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That Tyrese shit was goofy. He like
was.
getting on social
He did
media to
not.
cry.
It wasn't even the
that was
fact
a
that he
little
didn't have to
goofy.
cry on social media. He didn't have to stay on for that long.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have
He was
came on,
over-
got his
he
shit
was
out.
pushing it. He was
He was
over-
on live for a long time.
I
like,
respect Will though.
Yeah.
I respect Will. I
I mean,
Period.
he was hearing a whole conversation about his wife having an affair.
and it's
Yeah,
like, gee,
Tyrese was
And we
wild
called
a
him.
little bit, though.
I called him goofy. We called him goofy. The world called him goofy.
man, that nigga
Right.
was fucking shorty ass.
Let's
What's
take
her
a
name?
quick-
Mag something.
Let's do some promo real quick. You got me on a promo. So, we just got our partnership with Toy Box. All right, so which is a black-owned sex toy company based out of New York. Young black female owns that company. So check out toyboxny.com. Valentine's Day is coming up. So
Get y'all ladies
you already know what time it is.
And
man. You gotta
ladies,
make
if you
that
single,
night,
get
take
right.
it to the next level. And for my guys who don't rock with sex toys, for whatever reason I don't rock with sex toys, I'm telling you right now, like every guy got this ego to where like I can make my girl come on her own, da da da. But at the end of the day, you can amplify that orgasm times 10. Like
The dream
the dream ring, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, like the toy isn't the competition. The toy is just the sidekick.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the toy gonna help you. And if at the end of the day, also, if she move on to the next guy, she's gonna be like trying to get him to do the stuff that you did. You know what I'm saying? If you get freaky with the toys. Now, if you don't use toys and your girl come across me, she's never coming back, bro. I'm telling you right now. Because we going to do some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So, toyboxny.com, promo code Roseland for 15% off. And
it's a, I
yeah,
know
did you cop something about the promo
I'm
code?
fit to right now. You said 15%.
15% off. And a lot of the
Don't worry.
toys on there are
Couple
like
dream
very
rings.
affordable, like very like cheap, like, you know what I'm saying? Very cheap toys. When I say cheap, I mean price wise, not quality wise. Inexpensive.
Cam,
There
you
you
finna
go.
go get you a dilly, 12-inch dilly.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
need a dildo. My man just sent me a dildo, so I don't need a dildo.
So check out toyboxny.com. Use promo code Roseland for 15% off everything you need. And yeah, back to the topic.
Yep.
What you just grabbed though?
I didn't grab. I'm just going. I love
Just
how
curious.
on the side, like I don't know, like her. You know how you click the little 3 lines and then like
Yeah.
the titles. She had bondage, creamers, shakes, slushies, and toppings. I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah. She went crazy.
I
with
think
that.
that's
She went
very,
crazy with
very
that.
clever.
And she got something else called the Creamery coming soon. The Creamery is
What's
coming
that
soon.
gonna
It's
be?
coming to- I can't
you
tell
see me
you.
pick my phone up real
I
fast.
can't
I
tell
haven't
you.
been out yet. All
I
right.
can't
Oh yeah, you
tell
can't.
you.
That was stupid for me to
So
ask
can I
that.
pre-order?
I'm gonna be on the lookout. I'm gonna follow. Look.
Yeah,
I'm-
definitely follow her. And she got we got a Valentine's Day box coming soon. You know what I'm saying? A box just for Valentine's Day coming soon. So
I
that's gonna be dope.
actually, I fucking did a thing with a box and they got killer cocktails, like little killer
Nice.
cocktail shots in there. I
You
know.
ever did the relationship
Oh, ain't nobody
coupons?
pregnant.
Yeah, she got the
I'm
coupons
sick.
on there.
That's what's in my nigga Valentine's Day box that I'm sending to him.
Facts.
Fucking relationship coupons.
Facts.
I
You
hope he's
should
not
send him
watching
a,
this. Damn.
You should send him a pocket
I
pussy.
done told the guy.
So that
I
way-
thought, but
you should
see,
send him a
the way
pocket
that they
pussy.
be clocking shit like on the base, like you can't
can't
just
have
send,
pocket pussies out there?
Nah, you can't send shit
but
like
would
that.
you use one?
If I was long distance, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
might use one if I wasn't. Shit. Hey, listen, man.
Damn, I wonder if I could like make it not look.
She got a
like
pocket.
it's
She got a pocket
coochie.
pussy that looks like a sports drink. Like it looks like a Gatorade.
Okay, so I'm gonna send that to him too. I'm gonna order it. Thanks. Appreciate your input.
Does it look like
sure.
a what?
Like a Gatorade.
Okay, cool.
The pocket
Yeah.
coochie.
It's a pocket pussy like a Gatorade. So yeah,
Damn.
check out Toy Box.
Full of
Toybox.
electrolytes.
What you gotta be going through
Love
that?
that. I love the shit like that. I don't care. I'm
What you
not
gotta be
ashamed.
going through to actually use some shit like that?
Him
Long
being
distance
away from me.
relationship.
Goddamn
For sure.
it. Here you go.
I-
Pocket
for sure.
coochie.
When I was
For
fresh
you.
out of college, my girl had a year left, and she sent me a pocket pussy, and I broke it. Like-
and was still cheating.
Fucking the shit out
He
there.
broke the pocket. He broke the pocket pussy and was still cheating, y'all.
Hey, I low key was still.
You
shit.
was still cheating
That pocket
and
pussy.
broke the
Oh,
pocket
he broke
pussy.
it.
Pregnant. That pocket pussy got a baby right now. Terry got a pocket pussy baby somewhere right
Like,
now.
what if you didn't even need to use the pocket
He
pussy?
a sick individual.
Talking about broke it. Like, damn.
How
did,
much
man.
pocket
Nailed
pussy
that
was you
motherfucker to the
getting?
cross.
Yes.
Hey, it was just there all the time. Bro.
No blood.
See, ladies, how niggas feel when coochie there all the
No
time.
period.
They gonna break it.
Oh, yeah, you a
Issa
sick
Rae, broken
You a
coochie.
sick individual, Terry.
For real, he broke it.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, what it feel like?
I can only imagine how
It
that
was-
motherfucking
it-
labia looked on there.
It was
That
crazy, bro.
What it feel like?
It was
Does
nice,
it feel
bro.
like pussy?
It do.
Kind of do, bro. You can put some little lube in
That's
the
what I've
joint, then
heard.
You gotta just make
It
sure
do.
you
It
clean it
actually-
out and all that.
I should get him the whole. I should get him the whole little bag though. Y'all know they got the one with the ass now.
He was raw dog in the
Man,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. The
man.
ass is
One
might be a little too
arm on.
much.
He ain't got
If
no
I'm in the
head.
army, I might keep it with
Where
that.
you gonna put that at? You gonna put that in your closet, right next to your shoes? Shorty gonna come over
If I
like,
had to get one, I would probably get the butt pocket, bro.
right?
What you got going
It
on?
had to be black too. It had to be
Right.
brown.
Man, there's an ass on
I
that.
might send him the
I
whole
don't
little
want the white
shebang,
pocket
so he can
butt
feel-
booty. Yeah,
squeeze
nah,
the
I'm straight.
booty. Man, not the whole dog. I
Nah,
really
you get
feel
the
like
whole
my
dog,
nigga
you
a creep
really
now.
a
Now
different
you
type
on
of
some
guy.
other
Yeah,
shit.
You
You
really a
reminded me
different
of
type
that
guy.
dude off that show where he was in a relationship with his dog. Like, it's
Yeah.
not giving.
Yeah, that's
damn.
wild.
Hey, you know you can get your joint molded though.
Oh, y'all didn't know about
Into
that.
I
Into
did
a
know
pocket
that.
pussy.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you can get a pocket pussy made out of your vagina.
Oh,
You could,
wow.
like,
I know you
they
could
could put some
definitely get a
shit up in
dildo
you.
made. They have molding sets where you
Bitches
can
keep-
mold your
bitches can
your
keep they
penis.
molds.
And you know what I'm saying?
Keep the mold, love.
I'm just saying that's a great
aight,
thing.
man. You
It's a great
hit,
thing.
hit us with. You got anything else you want to add before we wrap it up? Just to kind of close it all out.
In terms of just like the previous topic or the
previous
toys.
topic. No,
Not the pocket pussies.
I mean, if you got a story or something, you can
He's want to
share.
ask shit because
This is a safe space. you
Right,
know?
nah, I'm storyless on that end.
Okay, cool,
I have no pocket pussy stories. And if I did, it wouldn't be yours. So,
he was really nailing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I guess at the end of the day, in conclusion, in terms of love, success, and how to navigate, start with yourself. You know,
Absolutely.
go ahead and take some time with developing a greater sense of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because that's key to anything. Doesn't matter what relationship you go into, doesn't matter what city you move to, or what people you're around. You know, life is about your perspective and your perception of it. And so you're gonna act, respond, do things in those ways, treat people in those ways because that's what you believe is true to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be successful and have love, and I'm still on that mission myself, right? Trying to continually elevate and grow because there's really never, I mean, you can have pinnacles, but I don't think there's a stopping point,
yeah.
right? You're always going to
Yeah,
want to go. So at some
always.
point you got to have that conversation with yourself, but finding and being with that woman who can compliment and not complicate. You feel me?
facts.
The whole process.
That should have been dang G.
Right. You got,
There you go.
yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it. No, it's funny. But yeah, I mean, without, you know, being redundant and long-winded, that's how I would end it. Yeah, for
So
sure.
translation, Frankie say he looking for love. So his DMs open, ladies, if y'all want to.
Nothing. Go ahead.
We know your DMs open. Cam.
My
You ain't
DMs
gotta
are
cut nobody
closed
out.
as fuck.
Okay.
Killer Cocktails DMs always open though. Okay.
Right.
Around the
right.
clock.
Hit us with Cam's Corner.
Cam's Corner, where my boy Frankie and Majority said everything that I was pretty much going to. Just communication. Communicate. The thing about love and relationships is anything can work if you and the other person want it as equally. You have to be on the same accord. Everything has to align. There's not going to be a positive situation from someone who needs time with someone who don't have it, and vice versa. So it's just like, you know, just stick to your guns. If you following your dreams and you got somebody that ain't really rocking with you like that, that's probably not the person for you. I'm gonna just have to keep it real frank. That's probably not. You got one of them?
I don't got one of those.
We need that because I'm always making lame dad jokes, so we need that.
Facts.
It's just you know, you just gotta find the person that fits in your puzzle. Like finding that piece to your puzzle is important because I just truly am one of those people that feel like the right kind of love, the right person, y'all can only grow and elevate. If somebody is holding you back, get out of the situation. If you really want what you're aiming for, because a distraction will really hold you back. And that's a distraction don't have to be a person. In this term, this aspect it is. But think about any other distraction that's not a person. That shit will hold you back. Yeah. It will have you years down the line like, damn, I should have did this, I should have did that. If I would have did that, I would be here right now. What you don't want in life is regrets. So if you got something going on and this person comes in, remember that they're an addition. You wanted this with or without them. You wanted this before them, you'll want it after. If a person come in and y'all feel like y'all can build, then do that. I feel like love is incomparable to anything else. Like there's nothing like a good love in life. That's just friendship, platonic, whatever. Like relationship, it don't matter. Like love keeps the world going around. Like that's the most positive image of this fucking fucked up world we can have is that people still love each other. So at the end of the day, like if it's real, keep at it, keep building. If that fucking person is trying to keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, toss their ass out the window and keep pushing.
Right, and real quickly, I just want to add, and I had said this on my podcast, and I think it's relevance right now. A lot of times we go into relationships with expectations, right? And what I think is key and super important is you shouldn't have any expectations other than yourself.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is this, is I expect me to be a loving person despite what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I expect me to serve despite what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I expect me to be a good man, a loving man despite what you do, right?
Yep.
And hopefully, if you carry those exact same values and have those expectations of yourself, then the relationship's going to be good.
Yes.
But it's in a moment where it's like, yo, the expectations, you've not met my expectations, so I'm going to be petty and not meet your expectations.
Yeah,
so
you're
I'm
not
going to
gonna
change who
me.
I am.
No.
Right. It's like I'm changing who I am. I'm changing the
So
loving person
come
I
down
am.
here with you.
Right. So I'm doing a disservice to who I truly am. And at the end of the day, it's not
And
going to
that
create any
hurts
solution.
us. Like,
Right.
that hurts us because like I'm here I have to be somebody I'm not.
Right.
Just to like please you or to make you feel like this is more fitting for you. I'm not doing that.
Right. And then that's where you communicate. And if that communication doesn't lead to the results you need,
split.
right. Dismiss
That's it.
yourself. And that's it. Keep it pushing.
Cam's Corner. Featuring Frank. Okay.
All right. To close out, my advice to all the guys out there, specifically the guys out there, because I think women and emotion, y'all just different.
It's
I don't really
different,
get
for
y'all.
sure.
But
As
for
it
the guys
should
out
be.
there, my advice would be like to get deep into your purpose and your goals before you lock in with something serious, and you'll know because when you get to that point, you won't have to think about
You
what
gonna
comes
want
first.
it almost.
They're gonna
immediately.
they're gonna come to
Right.
you.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna want it.
But it's like you won't have to like every decision of what comes first or whatever the case. There's not gonna be a debate in your own mind. Like you're gonna know, like nah, I'm doing this. Like I can't do that. I can't do this. And you're not gonna be battling with yourself about how to spend your weekend and things like that. So on a micro level, on a big level, on a macro level, you're not gonna have a lot of those questions if you get deep into the purpose first and then get into the relationship. But put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself.
Please do.
Chase what you need to chase. You only here one time.
YOLO.
It's gonna be a lot of love. It's a lot of fish in the sea.
And the
You
more
only got one
successful you are, the more women are gonna come.
Damn.
You don't gotta chase
Hey,
it.
we don't say that on here. No, I'm just
We
playing.
do. We do.
Look, I just came up with a statistic in
We don't
my
say what?
head.
More women will come.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
More women
She
will
don't think
come.
women come.
Be successful, more women will come. Damn, out of all the married people that I've known or know,
They don't even really like each
whether
other.
they're still together, you know what? The ones where a partner came in while they were building did not last. But the partnerships that they like where they built it together or like a person came in right, you know what I'm saying, when they were starting their shit, damn, they still rocking it out.
That's because your wife is your most important business person. So you got to choose
Marriage,
wisely.
That's the difference.
Right. And I mean, a
Marriage
spouse,
versus relationship.
right. And I mean, it has the same, the ideologies behind a relationship and a marriage are
just a deeper
parallel. It's just now,
Right.
right. Because you're bringing those same boundaries in a marriage. You're
Now we
bringing
done
the same,
signed some papers.
right. You know, it's just paperwork.
Just-
Exactly.
that's it.
Title.
Hey, that's it.
Right.
Fucking title. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I do want to add this. Like we're gonna open this.
We
bitch
keep
back
adding
up.
shit.
Go-
Look,
hey, that's
we steady
cool.
adding
I
shit
open
and
this
adding
bitch
shit. I love it. Well,
I
never
also-
talk after Cam's Corner. I love that.
I also feel like, and you a parent. You a parent?
No, I'm not.
A parent. Okay. I also feel like sometimes you gotta put your purpose before your kid too.
how am I gonna take care of you, little baby?
Yeah.
Like,
but on the
I
aspect of this
can't,
though,
like, we can't be out here broke.
I be thinking of it like this though. Like I love my father. No disrespect to my father. I never saw my father chase anything.
Hope you're not listening.
I don't know. But it's the truth. I never saw my father chase anything. Like I saw him work
Did
and take care of
that
shit.
make you feel?
It didn't make me feel no way until I saw a nigga chase something. You know what I'm saying? And I saw the way other people around that person respected, like high level respected this person. Because when you see somebody chasing something, you see somebody taking risk, you feel like this person knows who he is.
You know what? That's
and
relatable
it's a certain
for
respect.
me.
I saw the respect that he got from his wife that I didn't see my father really get in the house.
That's relatable
You know what I'm
for
saying?
me.
I
That's
think
relatable.
that for me, I would rather my son see me chase something, whether I get it or not, and be inspired by that and want to be a certain type of man than be able to say me and my dad was best friends.
Yeah, facts.
You know
facts.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, and he might grow up and complain like, my dad wasn't even fucking with me like that.
But it's like, gee,
woo,
like,
woo. So it's like the grass ain't always greener.
Right.
The
Like,
grass ain't
you know?
always greener. but-
Everybody does what they feel that they need to do
Yeah,
in that
like,
moment that
I
it's
just-
happening.
I look
Yeah.
at it like parenthood,
But I see
like
what
with
you're
my
saying, though.
daughter. Like I look at it from the aspect of like, I mean, I didn't go without when I was a kid, like, you know. But even that like makes me feel like, damn, now what I had is just the standard now.
Yeah.
Like what I want my kid to have is like out of this world. Like you got to see the things I never saw. You got to do the things I
Right.
never
It
did.
should
Like
be
you
that
got
way.
like that's just it. So how we gonna get there? Not by me sitting laughing in your face. Like you got to go to school. I got to go to school. Like that's it. And like when I started school this time, it was very hard for me to transition into that because I'm used to being at home just running my business. So now my kid has to be at school an extra 3 hours. I felt so bad. And then I had to think about it like, nah, bitch. Like, you in school because you already know this next move about to have y'all up. So it's like, them the sacrifices you got to make. Putting your kid first and you're not already in that position can be so harmful. So harmful.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Because my son be like, he call it works. He don't know what a job is. He
I love
like,
him.
Dad, you got so many works. Like, you always doing something. Like,
I started calling the podcast work because my kid just don't understand. So when she just be asking me where I'm going, I'll say at work today.
Right.
She's talking about, mommy, work. I'm damn. I can't have no. I can't have no job. I don't give you job. Like no. She was like work.
How old is she?
Like 3.
Yeah.
She like, mommy, work. I'm damn. I never told you that before, huh?
that's
Like
crazy.
she like, girl, you lying. You lying.
That's crazy. But it's tough, man. But I definitely think your purpose got to come before.
Yes, by all means,
everything.
but everybody, everything. Like that's it. How else will you see success?
Everything is found in your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think when you get there, people will understand.
And also your purpose,
Hopefully.
I feel like we need to add this part too, right?
Open
because-
this bitch back up, Frankie. Fuck.
It's important, right? Because purpose, a lot of times people tie purpose or success to a particular accolade. That
Facts.
like for instance, they're like, yo, I'm trying to be Jeff Bezos. No, you want Jeff Bezos money, but you ain't willing to do everything
The
Jeff
work
Bezos
that he
did,
did.
right? You're not
Like-
willing to do the work
You might as
ethic
well go
that,
gamble.
if you feel me, like people want, they're in love and infatuated with that lifestyle,
The
but
end
they
result.
aren't right with the end
But
result.
the work?
They're not willing to put in that work, right? So
Yeah.
just because you have a purpose, your Mother Teresa had a purpose.
Right.
She you feel me? Martin Luther King had a purpose.
Right.
Certain people have purposes, but they aren't out here with bust downs and Bugattis and
Oof,
like
that's a whole nother
living
conversation.
this whole lifestyle. But their purpose was so impactful, and I think that when you begin to operate in a purpose that's here to impact people, the money's gonna follow. I've made way more money in my life never chasing it.
Right.
I mean, way more money in my life never chasing it, because I care more about people and the impact that I have in the world that I live. And that's where you find your purpose. Everything else is going to be a contribution to that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And out of that, it's like you got to make it, master it, then matter. Too many people want to matter it before they master it. Too many people want to master it before they make it, but there's a process. And people fail to go through that process, and then they're running and running and running, and
Can
they
you do
feel
the
like,
3 M's again? All right, hold on,
Please,
hold on.
you gotta what?
You was supposed to drop a
gotta
Don
make it.
DeMarco, Don
You gotta
DeMarco
make
on
it,
it.
master it, and then matter.
right.
But people want to matter without mastering, and people want to master without making it.
Right. And
Cam caught all that.
Cause look, I'm a lyricist, so like that shit stuck. Like damn.
Facts.
so, you know, and that's vital. And
Absolutely.
it's in that space where that purpose is going to be tied to the success that you're supposed to have. And even with that, it's like now you're in that particular place. Now you can differentiate yourself. You know what I mean? Now you could do this, you could do that, you could do this because you were able to master that one thing.
I have personally always felt that purpose is the balance in your universe.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like when you find your purpose, I just feel like your universe, and I'm saying the universe, not the world revolving around, but your universe starts revolving around you. It gets to the point where you be wondering where fucking blessings come from. Cause it's like, yo, like I know I'm living my purpose. I may not be the richest. I may not have done everything I want to do, but I feel it.
You're happy. You have peace.
This is my purpose.
Priceless.
And then shit start coming. You be like, damn, like whoa. Because like that finding your purpose, I feel like that's
I think that everybody's
that's
purpose.
like where it's at.
And I want to see what y'all think about this. I think everybody's purpose is more about not what it is specifically, but it's more about serving other people.
100%.
Yes.
Like it's never about something that you like. For example, like I feel like usually, like when we look at somebody's purpose, it's not very obvious. Like on the surface, what it is, it's like a little bit deeper. So like what we see as somebody's purpose is usually just a conduit to that purpose. It's usually just the avenue they take into that. So like for example, Kobe Bryant, we might look at it like his purpose was to play basketball, be a great basketball player.
No.
I feel like his purpose was to push this Mamba mentality. That's what was left over was this inspiring
to show other people that they
to
can do
be
this
like
too.
That's
like,
facts. That's facts.
To be this like consciously or mentally just super strong person. Like that was his purpose. Basketball was how he
that was his tool. That was his vehicle.
You know what I'm saying?
And look how many people he touched.
Yeah, so it could be a singer, and your purpose might be to uplift people, make people happy through your music, or make people feel whatever.
Yeah.
But your purpose wasn't to be like a Grammy Award winning
That's
singer.
the byproduct.
That's
the byproduct.
Couldn't say. Like that was my purpose when I was singing. That's why I won't do it now because it's just like I don't want to be famous.
But I do think like if you don't know what the purpose exactly is, but you know what you like and you just do that, it would eventually come about. I don't think when Kobe Bryant got drafted into the NBA, he knew that his purpose was to Mamba mentality. Like he was fucking 17 years old.
He found
like,
that shit along the way.
He was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it just comes out. Like you do what you love, and then it just blossoms from that naturally. You know what I'm saying? But that could have been a whole topic in itself, man.
It still can be.
Nah, it's definitely a topic for sure. Like that purpose is like you hit it on the head when you said it's about serving people. Because every single thing we do is about people. Think about this podcast. It's people talking to people so that way everything is people oriented. And so many people are more focused on not fumbling a bag, but they fumble in relationships all the time. It's the relationships that grow things. Your blessings, God puts blessings in your life through people.
Yes.
You ain't about to wake up one morning and find 100,000 on the floor. That's like
you gonna meet this person,
right?
That's gonna put you.
That's gonna
on
open a door,
and you gonna get that,
and then you're gonna get that. That is relationship, and that's why it's so important having good people in your circle, right? Like I tell people, I don't need everybody. I just need the right bodies.
The right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you have the right bodies, it's a wrap. You're going far, and you're pouring into each other and you're building each other up, right? It's like people who the opposite of that is somebody like, you know, when a celebrity come in town or somebody trying to be seen, it's like, why do they want to be around you? Mm-hmm. Like there's no point in that. There's no purpose in that. That relationship isn't genuine. And so learning to develop genuine relationships by being authentically yourself and allowing yourself to serve people. The serving part is essential because how do you expect somebody to serve you if you don't serve yourself? Like think about everybody that was rocking with Kanye, all those fashion designers, he was serving them. You know what I'm saying? They were serving each other. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how you build community and that's how you build teams.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I'm doing this free podcast class, so I didn't even promote that. But it's kind of it's booked.
It's free.
It's free, but it's full. So
damn.
A lot of people ask me all the time, like, why are you doing this for free? Like you can make so much money off teaching all of this. You've been doing this for 4 years, whatever. And it's like I'm gonna get the money, right? But at the end of the day, it's like one of my favorite quotes is relationships take you places that money can't.
Facts.
And like Nate the Prolific is somebody who does podcasts in Chicago. I met him. We didn't really have we went to the same college. We didn't really have a relationship, but I told him everything I knew about podcasts. He asked me about podcasts. I told him everything I knew, and he went on to do his podcast. He's been running for maybe 2 or 3 years now. We ran into a problem where the roadcaster wasn't serving the audio to the live. We could not figure that shit out, and it was like, we're done. We're over with. We wasn't even on Apple at the time. It was just like we was just live. And he hit me out the blue one day like, hey, I'm having this problem with woo woo, but I figured it out, and this is how you do it. And then you can also buy this, and this will make that easier. Woo woo. And I'm just like, if I would have charged him for information, he probably wouldn't be calling to look out and say,
would not be,
let me help you out. So it's
Right.
like, sometimes those relationships.
Or he'd come charging you.
You know what I'm saying? You can't buy that, though.
Right. It's
like,
reciprocity.
You know what I'm saying? Like that whatever couple $100 I would have charged him for that information would have cost me way more not being able to fix that problem.
Bro, in my agency, you know how many, now not everybody, but how many times I've done free stuff for brands and people, and now we're doing stuff for multi-million-dollar companies.
Facts.
That's a residue of me saying, look, forget the bag.
Yes.
Let me bring value to you.
Yep.
Right.
And then once I bring value to you and put $1 on it,
Automatically.
now you ain't gonna question it.
Just
Right.
comes to you.
Right.
Like,
Because I came in there off grip with the understanding, like, I want to help you.
Right.
I want to
into
bring
the
value
universe
to you.
what you want to attract.
Facts.
Be what
Absolutely.
you want to attract. That's just
Absolutely.
it. Like, the universe is not a joke. Manifestation is not a joke.
It's not.
Put out what you want to get in. Simple.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up right there, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. If you on Facebook watching us live, make sure you share it live, like, comment, all of that. If you on YouTube, same thing, share it live, man. We don't do Patreon. We not charging y'all for no information. The only charge is to share this shit. You know what I'm saying? Share this shit, get it out to as many people as possible. And